Hi all, this is May and welcome back to my channel for a brand new speed build. So today I am building a mid-century modern home in Oasis Springs for the one and only Bob Pancakes. I am making this for my save file that I'm currently working on, and of course we are going to mix up some of the storylines for the pre-made sims in the default save file and give them makeovers. So Bob and Eliza Pancakes must be one of the most well-known pre-made households in The Sims 4. But if you're not familiar with them, they are a couple kind of stuck in an unhappy marriage. There are many fan theories as to why. Some people are blaming Bob, some are blaming Eliza, like there's a lot, and I'm not gonna dig into all of that today because I have made up my own storyline for them. There was even this household that Max's made once where they had a child, Iggy, but that's not going to be canon in my save file, unfortunately. But instead, for my save file, Bob and Eliza, they are going to be divorced. I thought that would be the best for them. They saw that it wasn't working out. They probably did try to solve their relationship, but to no prevail. And the main reason for that, I thought, is that Eliza is actually into girls. So she's going to be in a new relationship with a veterinarian who owns a vet clinic, and they're going to have some dogs as well. I haven't made their home yet. Well, I'm currently working on it, so I'm not going to talk too much about them today because I will be saving some info for the speed build of their home, of course, but do stay tuned for that in the future. As for Bob Pancakes, he is on a better path in his life too. He's done a full 80, I feel like. He used to be a caterer in the culinary career, but now he's actually an actor, so he's going to be a guest star in sitcoms and is doing all these kinds of commercials. He's also had a big glow up, which I'm going to show you all. I'll put a picture of Bob here for you to see. I haven't touched any of his features like face or body. I've just given him some new hair and outfits, and I do think he looks better now. It's definitely a brand new Bob, and since he is in the acting career, he's going to be a celebrity. Like, I think I chose a 1-star or 2-star for him, which does remind me, there is this picture in base game, I do believe, of Bob Pancakes, and it is the thing that kind of sparked this idea of him being an actor. Like, this was probably one of his breakthroughs in his career, so he's just got it framed in his home, and it's actually going to be in the hallway, and we'll have a build tour at the end of the video as always, so we can check it out, but you'll of course see it in the speed build as well. But yeah, so after the divorce with Eliza, Bob decided to move to Oasis Springs. They originally lived in Willow Creek together, so it's a brand new place for him, and I just feel like Oasis Springs is a center of culture and entertainment, and the whole mid-century modern vibe just fits him and his career in a way, I would like to say. And I just love Oasis Springs and the other desert worlds in The Sims 4. I don't really know why, but maybe it's because it's so different from what I'm used to in real life. And yeah, he's going to be living on the smaller lot in this neighborhood on the down right side of the map with the green grass and all. I'm definitely thinking about having mid-century homes in this entire neighborhood, and then one neighborhood will have more Mediterranean or Mission styled homes, and another will maybe be more Adobe styled, if that's how you pronounce it. And I'm just really excited to be working on this project, and I'm looking forward to sharing all of those builds with you as well, and the Sims who will be living there. To be honest, I was struggling a bit in the beginning with this house. Like, I felt like the shape wasn't interesting enough, or I didn't know exactly what to do with the landscaping, but I just needed some time to think it through and work with a few different ideas, and I ended up liking it in the end. The exterior is kind of simple, but you can definitely spot the more classic mid-century style that the house has with the roofs, for example. It only has one floor, like it's a bungalow, and there's also a fenced-in area for the front porch here as well as the back. And there is going to be a fenced-in backyard as well. There's going to be a small pool. It's going to be sound loungers and also a back patio like I just mentioned. And I do think Bob would be all about barbecuing and hanging out in the back there, like he would have guests over and all that. And oh, that reminds me, I forgot to mention what Bob's traits are now, by the way. So he's going to have the traits party animal, loyal, and slob. He used to be gloomy and a loner, but like I said, a full 180 for Bob after the divorce and change of career. Like he's worked on himself and he's on a better path. He's become more outgoing as well. He likes going out now, maybe to events related to his job or just going out on a Friday evening with friends. And he's also realized he wants to be in a relationship that makes him happy and that makes his partner happy as well. So he's got the loyal trait now. He's loyal towards his friends as well and his job, and I do think he wants to settle down and get a family in the future. But as of now though, he's still single and ready to mingle. For this house though, I am mixing a lot of different wood tones. Actually, I couldn't fully settle on only dark wood, so instead, eventually I did a 180 myself and I went for light wood instead and then had a few warmer wood colors and dark browns. So it might look a bit mismatched, but I do think it ends up working. And also the interior was being a bit mean to me in the start. I was a bit lost. Like I said, I wanted to do dark wood, but once I went over to the light wood, I got carried away with like other lighter tones with a pop of color here and there. So the house is very much light wood beige with a hint of blue and yellow here and there. And I'm not entirely sure if this style fits Bob the best with his new, like his own clothing style and everything. But then I thought maybe he hired an interior designer to decorate his home, so it ends up being a bit stylish yet mid-century modern, you know. And I probably would have liked more darker tones for Bob, but maybe you think it works. And who knows, whoever this interior designer was, maybe he bonded with her and maybe, just maybe this could potentially end up being their home together. I don't know, just throwing the idea out there. I don't know, like I haven't made a sim who is an interior designer yet, but you know, just brainstorming at the moment. And speaking about potential family, so I made this house on stream over on Twitch, just casually putting it out there. So I do stream there weekly. And if you want to catch me one day, make sure to head on over and leave a follow to get notified of my next stream. But yeah, I was doing Bob's makeover on stream too, and I just randomly started putting some of these horse ranch clothes on him as a joke, and it actually sparked this idea of Bob having a brother who lives in Chestnut Ridge. Maybe he owns a small ranch, like doing ranch work and all that. So that could totally be a thing I could do in the future once I start branching out from the base game worlds, because at the moment I am mainly focusing on those. And also I want to mention that this save file is unfortunately not going to be pack restricted, but I'm not going to be using any kits, for example, just because there's so many of them. I can't keep up with them, to be honest. Which reminds me, it seems like there are going to be 2 new kits coming out in the near future. I'm not sure if you've seen, but there were like some leaks on social media, for example, and yeah, if you do plan on getting those kits or any other Sims 4 packs for that matter, I do have a creator code thanks to the EU Creator Network. Promo code HoneyMay can be used at checkout when purchasing any Sims 4 DLC. I also want to mention it's not a discount code, but it does directly support me as a creator and the content I make, so thank you if you do end up using it. And as you can see, I've started working on the interior of the house. There is actually going to be 2 bedrooms in this house. One is of course for Bob, the main bedroom. The other one is kind of like a guest bedroom. I was imagining like maybe he has some friends or family who would like to stay over once in a while. But I imagine Bob would also use it for all other sorts of things, like maybe a storage room. Maybe he still has some boxes left over from his move, even though it's probably been like a few years, like maybe 1 or 2 years since he did move, but he never like got around to like actually getting everything out of the boxes. So but yes, he also does have his own office nook in there with a PC and just lots of papers and scripts related to his work, I would imagine. And there's also going to be a weight machine, like maybe Bob's trying to work out once in a while, or maybe it will just be a dust gatherer. Who knows? I don't think, yeah, fitness isn't in his likes or dislikes. So maybe the game will decide for you what Bob likes and not. All I know for sure is that he's into acting, of course. And he's actually into mixology too. So I do place a bar for him in the living room so you can make some drinks and all. But yeah, I do end up liking that bedroom regardless of his multifunctionality, if that makes sense. It just seems a bit realistic to have a bit of everything in this kind of extra space in a house. And if Bob do decide to start a family, this could of course be renovated into a kid's room. But yeah, that's pretty much the new Bob Pancakes for you. And I can't wait to talk about Eliza in the future and her storyline. Just know that they're going to be happy on each their own. I wanted that happy end or like story for them. And by the way, if you would like to check out the other builds I've done for the save file I'm currently working on, I do have the playlist linked in the description, or you can find it on my channel. So if you're interested, go check it out after this video. So yeah, that's pretty much for the speed build. So let's jump into the game and check out Bob's new house in real time. And here is Bob's new mid-century modern home in Oasis Springs. I gotta say, it doesn't have the most exciting exterior, but it doesn't always have to be, you know, so it's just nice and simple, and you can definitely see the mid-century influence by the roofs and the shape of the house. So I definitely wanted the blue color for Bob, and I mixed it in with this nice stone textures. There's solar panels on the roof, which I think is a good idea for a world like this where there is a lot of sun. I made this stone path going up to the front door, but also around to the backyard here. I made a fenced-in patio in the front here, which by the way has some skylights. These are from Island Living, just to give some of that nice natural sunlight in if you were sitting inside here. I put a bike for Bob here. Maybe he's just taking a few rides here and there. It's a very simple outdoor space here just to relax, you know. The backyard looks like this. We do have quite a nice size for a pool. There are some sun loungers beneath the umbrella here. You also have this clothesline to put up the laundry to dry. Over on this side I put a storage box. I think it looks kind of realistic to just have it by the pool. You can have some things for the pool. I also used Tool Mod to rotate this pool lounger, which I think is also a realistic detail just to have it leaning against the fence here. The back patio is also quite simple like the one in the front. We do also have a grill over in this corner with some utensils or whatever, like things you need to grill. I also did put a juice keg over here because Bob is now a party animal, so maybe he's into that. And yeah, just some cozy like seating area over here with a table, some towels, drinks, all the things you would need. The floor plan of the house looks like this. I thought it was a fun idea to do a split level, I think it's called, on the inside here. Like you can see it from the entryway and down to the living room here. I think that was quite common in mid-century homes too. I'm quite satisfied with the interior actually. I think the inside is a bit more exciting in a way in comparison to the outside. And I also wanted it to be a bit cluttery because of Bob's slob trait. It's not necessarily messy in any way, just I would imagine he leaves his things out a lot and doesn't keep it too tidy. Maybe he even hires a maid to do the cleaning for him. But yeah, we do have an open concept for the kitchen, dining, and living room. Here you can see the pops of yellow and blue, both on the furniture and on the walls here. I think it flows quite nicely. I was actually going to make this closed off, but I decided to go for a beam here from the ceiling instead. There's also an attached laundry room over in this corner. Just very simple with the washer and dryer and everything you would need. There is a clutter here in the kitchen and on the dining table, like with just some documents, maybe related to his work. And over here you can see the living room. I think this turned out quite nice. It has some big windows and there is a bar just below the TV here, so he can do his mixology because that's one of his likes. Just lots of books. There is an award for something, and yeah, I thought it looks quite cozy. The bathroom is here, so we do have a bathtub shower combo. I used this one from Parenthood, which has so many cute swatches, so I decided to go for the baseball one. And you know, just it has all the necessities you would need in a bathroom. Here is the hallway with the Bob Pancakes picture that I talked about in my speed build. I think this is probably from one of his breakthroughs as an actor, and he just decided to frame it and have it here in the hallways for like everyone to see. There's also some more clutter items here, but quite simple, not too, you know, all over the place, basically. And here is his bedroom. It is a bit messy, like you can see some clutter items on the dresser over here and on the nightstands. Also on these bookshelves over in this corner and some clothes on the floor even. But it was quite fun to decorate regardless, and I went for a carpet in the two bedrooms. I also went for a lighter blue color on the wall, so it stands very much in style with the swatch of this Get Famous bed. So that's what I wanted to do, like make it match. And I rarely use this bed, but it fits really nicely with the whole mid-century vibe, I think. We do have a walk-in wardrobe here, and also just the regular dresser. I found this Get Famous movie poster that I thought fit nicely here, so he has it framed in his bedroom. There is a diploma for something and also a mirror. Just like some nice clutter items, and he also has some suitcases over here because I thought he would probably be traveling a bit for work sometimes. We also do have the red classic Bob Pancakes robe just hanging on the door here, which I thought was a fun detail to include in his home. The last room is the guest bedroom, or it could be a storage room, office. It's like so many things at the same time. It can also be turned into a kid's room eventually if you decide to go for that storyline for Bob, like for him to get a family. There is a bed here if you would like to have someone stay over for the night at least, and just like lots of clutter basically. I put in this mini fridge over in this corner, like just randomly. He has some unopened boxes, maybe from his move, even though it's like probably a while ago. There's this box here with some clutter that is from Outdoors Retreat, a nice poster that goes well with the whole color scheme here. He does have an office nook over here with his PC, lots of documents, some postcards on this corkboard. This room also has a walk-in wardrobe, and I also decided to put in a weight machine. Maybe he uses it like not too often, or maybe it's something that he would like to get into eventually, but yes, just like another rather cozy storage guest bedroom kind of a room. So that's basically it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and a follow for more content in the future. This build is playtested and up on my gallery. My ID is honeymaysims, or you can find me with the hashtag honeymaysims as well. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today as we made this mid-century modern home for Bob Pancakes, and I can't wait to talk to you all in the next video. Until then, take care, bye!